was having this conversation with a friend of mine who is married for about a year and a half. So we were talking, and he was like, my wife has changed. He's a guy, by the way. If it was 10 years back, or like 8 years ago, or 5 years ago, what I would have said is, didn't you see her before you married her? But as you mature, into womanhood, you have to understand that there are some things that you have to think before giving response. So with the question I asked him, it was that, what is the dynamics that made her change? And then it was like, there are some things, areas that she changed, and she'd want me to start doing them. And and I'm like, what does she want you to do? And it was like, okay, the chores, domestic chores. And mind you, this guy doesn't work in the same town they live. He works like 2 to 3 towns after, not far away from the where they currently live. So he comes on the weekend to spend time with family. And he was so frustrated that he was like, when I'm coming home, I don't even feel like I'm going into my marriage. I just feel like I'm going into a guy's house. Like we now live the way I'm living with my wife is like, it's not, doesn't even feel like a wife. It just feels like I'm living with a guy friend. And for a guy to say that is on the point of, what I'm saying, stepping out. Stepping out to find what? To find comfort and intimacy. Now, I didn't judge both husband, I didn't judge them. I was not like, okay, what do you think you can do to actually change the dynamics of the relationship? And it was like, well, what he can do was to, like, maybe be there for and trying to understand a point of view. Now, we spoke to Elaine, and I cannot just discuss what we spoke about. But what I want to tell you now, like, is that, see, marriage is full of up and down. Marriage is full of different dynamics. The aspect of a woman or a man changes has to come from a particular something, that needs to be addressed. And I used to say this: communication. Once you communicate with your partner, see, it's not about butterflies, it's about understanding, communicating, and intentionality to make marriage work. People think, okay, because I don't have feelings for you anymore, okay, that means we have to go our ways. See, there will be some times where love will change. See, there will be some times where the feelings will change. It is now left to you to say that, look, I chose this person, and regardless of the season of our life, I want to make it work. And it's just not one person decision. It has to be both partners. It has to be both. You understand? If one person is trying to make it work and yours is not, there's no point. Do you understand? So I think people forget that it's not about feeling of love or sexual attraction. See, as you go on in marriage, the feeling changes. At the beginning, it changes. At the beginning of the relationship, it is love, affection, and all that. As time goes on, see, this feeling turn into friendship, where you guys bond like friends. Do you understand? As it goes on, it turns into fondness. As it goes on, it turns into attachment, deep attachment. So the feeling changes name, but the feeling is still there. But some of you, when you don't feel the sexual attraction with your partner anymore, you feel that that's the end of the marriage. No, no, no. Don't take it that way. People need to understand that love changes with time. And it's not that it's not there. The love is not there. It is there, but it changes form.